Hey guys, it's Minimize and welcome to a Rimworld series. Now, we are going to be playing Rimworld with the mod called Dinosauria. I'm just going to show that to you now. Why are we doing this? Because I absolutely love dinosaurs. So, the description of the mod Dinosauria, if you've not seen it, it does add dinosaurs to Rimworld. What if we were to finally discover dinosaur DNA sequences, despite being incomplete, and fill the blanks with various genome sequences spliced from left and right with a little bit of imagination to help guide us? Wonder no more. A group of Glitterworld scientists, having long abandoned the ideals to terraform the Rimworlds with a purpose, went out of their ways to answer just that. With the mechanoids long having gone haywire with their terraforming projects, the dinosaurs created in the labs were slowly introduced into fauna that should otherwise have resembled a 21st century Earth, with little to no care as to their compatibility with the existing wildlife and the forsaken Rimworld colonists, the latter of which nobody seems to care about anyway. So, that is Dinosauria. We are going to be starting a new colony. I'm going to go with a crash-landed edit scenario for this one. So, you got your regular crash landed scenario where you start with silver, survival meals, medicine, components, etc., etc. And we are going to strip it down and just start with 50 packaged survival meals instead of the regular 44. We're going to be starting with 25 medicine instead of 30, and 1,000 wood instead of 300, 450 steel plus 720 steel, etc., etc., and components. We're taking all those out. The map is still scattered with ship chunks times 3, so we've still got those. But apart from that, everything else is gone out of it, sorted. So that is that. Just going to make sure I'm definitely on that one. There we go. We're going to be playing Randy Random on Rough, mainly because I like the randomness of it all. Globe coverage is going to be 50. I always do the seed so that I get a new seed every single time. Whenever I start a new game, I always go for the date and the time. So 9th of October 17, and the time is 10:29 in the morning. We're up nice and early. So generating the world. That's going to give us a new world in just a second. So really looking forward to this, actually. Like I say, I do love my dinosaurs. My favourite dinosaur of all time is the Triceratops. Here we go, we've got a new world. For this, we are going to be going on the temperate forest. I don't particularly want a year-round growing period, though. I will add in, also, that we are playing with a seeds mod. So that you can't just slap food down and grow food anywhere. You do have to actually, have the seeds to be able to grow. So here we are. We're in a 50-day sort of growing zone. It's not going to matter too much, actually. Sandstone and slate. I quite like sandstone and slate. That combination's pretty decent. So we're halfway in between a bandit camp, or not bandit camp, but halfway between an enemy and an ally as well. At least I think they're an ally. Yeah, it looks as though they are. So that's good. Advanced, I'm going to go 325 by 325. That looks good so far. Awesome. That is what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to randomize until we get 3 people who are incapable of nothing, and then just going to prepare carefully, remove any health conditions and change any traits which are negative. I'm just going to switch them to keep going right on the list until we get to like a neutral or a positive trait, just so that our 3 starting colonists are random, but random in a good way. So we do need, however, somebody with growing of 4 or more. So keep going until we get somebody. Here we go, incapable of nothing. So here's the first one. Growing 4, so it's cool. I'm literally not worried about the skills at all. I'm not going to be sort of randomizing for skills. We're going to leave those as they are because, like I say, elements of randomness, always good. All right, another one, incapable of nothing. And then the other one is we will random. We will random. So there we go. We've got a random none, just so that they've all been randomized to nothing. Right. Prepare carefully then. So No health conditions, which is good. Pessimist, like I say, we're going to go to the right until we get to a neutral or a positive trait. Pretty, that's a good trait. Careful shooter, that's fine, that's not a negative. Chemical interest, we're going to take that. Creepy breathing is negative, depressive is negative. Fast walker, so pretty, careful shooter, and fast walker. So that is Tina. Tina has shooting of 4 and a slight passion for it, as well as passions with social, animals, and construction. No real outstanding skills in amongst that lot, but never fear, because obviously those, as long as she stays alive, can be improved. Juliet, teetotaler and too smart. So too smart does have a greater learning factor, but also a higher mental break threshold. So trigger happy isn't a positive and it's not a negative. Some people might say it's a negative, but yeah. So we'll leave that. Trigger happy for me is like a neutral. So yeah. Passions with cooking and construction. Again, no real standout skills, but like I say, no worries about that. We're not really rolling for skills or anything like that. So teetotaler, trigger happy, and that is Juliet. So we also have Brianna Chouinard. So Brianna has 10 for medicine and 10 for growing. No health conditions. Actually, I didn't check Juliet. There we go. Green thumb and masochist. So both of those traits are not. So green thumb is good. Masochist as well. She likes getting hurt. So for me, probably like a neutral trait. That is that, actually. So we're going to go start. We're going to go confirm. We've got our 3 people. Hopefully, we'll get some more as we go along. And we'll get some dinosaurs too. So yeah, really looking forward to this mod and this playthrough. Right. Okay, I forgot to turn the sound on, didn't I? So I'm going to turn the sound until we get to there. Right. Here we are. So Juliet, Chouinard, and Tina. Let's have a quick scout of the map. Right. Where do we want to be going? I'll probably stick a bedroom in here first and foremost. I cannot build on that. Could possibly use this for growing the rich soil, especially, like I say, as we've got a seeds mod on. We could come up here, to be fair. That's going to limit us around here, actually. So, I was saying that. Pretty limited over here, too. I may use this area in here. May well do that. I could probably open up this as well. I don't think there's going to be anything sort of negative or bad in there. As you can see, we've got some dinosaurs on the map, which is great. This is an Allosaurus. So they look pretty formidable. So what we're going to do is, like I say, probably utilise this as a growing zone. And then, yeah, we'll open this up too. I'll just deconstruct that. If I actually say what we do, I'll claim all of that. And then deconstruct this. What we're going to do, we're going to put everybody on the most important ones, actually. So firefighting to flicking, we're going to have as number 1 for everything like that. People are going to be hauling and cleaning as well. Plant cutting 2. So we'll go 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Plant cutting we'll put on 5. Hauling and cleaning we'll put on 5 as well. And then this is where I do my thing. So if somebody has a slight passion for it, they get put on as number 3. If they have a strong passion, they get put on as number 2. And then you'll see where I go with the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2 for that. 1, 2, 3, 2. Right, and that is all the passions done and sorted out. Research I do as 8s for everybody. Crafting will go as a 9. Art will go as a 9. Tailoring as a 9. Smithing a 9 for everybody. Mining a 9, although I will change that probably in a short while. Purely just for the fact that we're going to need people to mine some steel out. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to build anything. So yeah, that'll be done pretty soon. Ship chunk up here, which is good. Right, let's get it underway. Get it sorted. So we'll probably use this as a bedroom actually. And ancient danger. So that's that. Okay, so I need to remember that that one there is an ancient danger. And then, right, what's in here? Chouinard. Right, okay, so we have a nice room. So what we're going to do, we're going to put some beds in here. Bed. Oh, I'll cancel that one actually. Right. Just because we're going to use the space as much as possible. 3 beds. I'm going to put a torch lamp just there. I'm going to put I'm going to go to furniture plus and put a tiny table. So no, I'll do a small table. And then we'll go furniture and just have a dining chair there. And that way they can eat. I'm going to put a door on as well. And then they've got a room there. Nice room to chill out, hang out in, have a sleep, etc, etc. Right, what's next? What are you doing? Wandering. I do need to put down a joy source so a horseshoes pin can come in up here. I'll have a little tiny stockpile. I'm going to change that to wood. A little tiny stockpile over here. And then we'll make that a buildable roof area. And that way, I'm going to expand that over there as well too. That way everything in the stockpile zone, which we're just going to create just here, will be underneath the roof and protected from the weather, which will be good. So anything which will deteriorate for not being under a roof will be under a roof and then be protected too. So what are these things? These things are min-me's. So what do? Melee damage of 2.11, so they're not great in combat. They have a movement speed of that of pretty much a human, because I think a human is 4.61. So, long extinct armoured dinosaur, brought back to life as part of the Dinosaur Revival Project. The Min-Me, no, not Mini-Me, unless you're an Ankylosaurus. Fair play. Was an armoured dinosaur to the size of a deer. It lived in the Cretaceous Australia as a peaceful herbivore. Okay. They're cool. So you need a minimum handling skill of 5 to be able to handle the animals. So we do actually. Tina can handle those, which is cool. Right, area revealed. That was the little bunker inside there. So, we do have our wood, don't we? Which is... Oh. I want to unforbid all of that, because then they can start using it. They should start hauling it up as well. There they go, they're off on one. Good work, guys. I was saying that, they're all getting a meal at the moment. So, package survival modes, they are deteriorating due to being unroofed. To put the medicine up here, I will forbid the medicine, just because any scraps, any scuffles that they get in right now, I don't really want them to be using the medicine. Probably want to save that for, like, infections and stuff. Just in case. We don't want anybody to die. At least not yet, anyway. Well, we don't want anyone to die ever, to be fair, but... Alright, we can deconstruct this as well. We will need, once the wood is all hauled up actually, we will need everybody to equip it. As some form of weapon for the moment. Poor wooden beds. We'll craft, we will build another couple of rooms. What I want for the minute is, probably a working environment, and then also a room just for any guests who turn up. So we got there. I'll make that the guest room. Right, so they're all constructing that, which is good. We've got a Brachiosaurus up here. Let's have a look and see if there's anything else sort of on the map. Ooh, okay. Right, so we have a couple of Stegosaurus. Absolutely love the Stegosaurus. And this is a Dakota Raptor. So these guys, 4.15 DPS. Stegos, what do you do? 3.33. And you are a Baryonyx, and you do 5.94. So you're pretty dangerous. The Dakota Raptors are pretty dangerous as well. Stegos should be okay with, because they are herbivores, so they won't be coming to us for food. Although this is a Spinosaurus, 7.29, so pretty much on par with a Thrumbo. Also eats meat. So Spinosaurus is a little bit crazy. We've got another ship chunk down here. Alright, we'll save that one for later. I'm going to go to the restrict tab and put anything up until midnight. We're going to do 2 lots of joy in the morning. Right, okay, so we have a guest room. This is going to be our work area. So we're going to have a research bench and a stone cutting table, just because I want to get some stone sort of made up. Just so we can like build and not have to worry sort of about the flammability of stuff. Obviously, if you build out of wood, you're asking for trouble. So if we build out of stone, we should be okay. Right, so those guys are off to sleep. And have a sip of my coffee while they're doing that. Wow, Juliet is up bright and early. Tina as well, actually. Chewinard, not interested. She doesn't want to get up. Quite happy just having a sleep in bed until all hours. You having a lay-in? Are you going to get up? I don't think she's getting up. Are you okay? Oh, she is okay. Right, so I'm just going to change hauling. No, I'm not. I'm not going to change hauling and cleaning just for the minute. So what we will do, though, is furniture. We're going to have, like I say, we're going to have some beds in here. We're going to have 3, we're going to have 4. And then a small table. Again, we're going to have 2 dining chairs at the table. Probably a horseshoes pin in there as well. And then we can put like a lamp or something in there too. But that will be the guest room. This room here, we'll have a research bench, and then we'll have a stone cutter's table as well. So the stone cutter's table, yeah, should we put it there? We'll put it there. Space utilization. So then, whichever side they're coming in from, they can just come bam, 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 bam. But the mouse went a bit crazy then. But you get the point. Yeah, what we'll do, as soon as we can, we'll make these beds the guest beds. We got any more wood? Don't know if we've got any more wood. Have we used it all already? We must have used all that wood already. In which case, we will create an order to chop down these trees here. Go on, guys. You can do it. Yes. Right, so we don't have any steel for this one. Where's the nearest lot of steel we can get? We will need some more components as well. So maybe we should. It's a long way though for that ship chunk. There's no more down there. Let's have a quick scout around, just see if we can by any chance see another ship chunk around. Which is a little bit closer. Don't know. Oh, here we go actually. Here's one. Alright, deconstruct. We'll deconstruct that one, and that'll give us a little bit of steel. And some more components just for when we come to build our fridge, etc. Another mod I do have is the import-export bills, and this is quite cool because you can just import all your bills you've already previously made. And we have was it a slate and sandstone, don't we? Slate and sandstone map. So on this, sandstone, and then I'll bring slate just up here. And they'll make sandstone and slate blocks, which will be quite cool. What I'll probably do is just move the slate blocks to the top. Because I do prefer the look of slate buildings as opposed to anything else. I think they look mighty fine. Okay, so those guys are bringing the stuff in. So we do have the research table up. So what I want to do now, and this is the mod that we're using for our research layout, The most important research to us right now, because like I say, we're using a seeds mod, we cannot grow anything unless we have the seeds for it. So I don't know if you guys can see, but on the map, we've got berries, like raspberries, which do not yield any seeds or anything like that. They just, you cannot grow them. The only thing that can grow and be eaten on the map is mushrooms. Now, mushrooms are locked away under research of Agriculture 1. So we're going to have to make this our priority. And as soon as we've got Agriculture 1 learned, we can then start harvesting the mushrooms. Well, we can start harvesting the mushrooms now, actually. What I'll do, I'll put a forbid. I won't do that just yet, to be fair. I will get a harvester out, and we will harvest the mushrooms just for the minute. Just so we can get some seeds ready. So any mushrooms which look as though they are ready for harvesting. And who's our grower? Our grower is Chewinard. So I think they're all on plant cutting, so it wouldn't surprise me. So there we go, we've got the seeds, mushroom seeds there. They are deteriorating due to being unroofed. So as soon as they get underneath the roof, they'll be fine. But we've got oak seeds, mushroom seeds already just here. So there we go. We want as many of those as possible. And then what we can do, once we've got our agriculture research done and sorted, then our growers can start growing the mushroom seeds. Now, we're going to be unable to grow any food until the agriculture research is done. So like I say, that's the reason why I wanted the research bench up as soon as possible and that agriculture research done and sorted. Now, Juliet, what are you like for research? Not great, let me tell you. So she's 3 out of 20 for research. So the research gets done incredibly slowly. So hopefully, the research will be done before we run out of food, which I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will. Right, so sleepy time again. Have another sip of coffee. That's while they're asleep. Who was it? It was Chewinard who had a lay-in last time, wasn't it? She just likes having a bit of a sleep. But she's up the first one. Like this time, Chewinard's no messing around. Up and out of bed. Right, so shoddy, normal, awful, and awful. So I'm just going to make all of those the guest beds. I don't know quite why you're actually saying that. It's probably a little bit easier to get to than the table in your own room. Which makes sense. It makes sense. We'll allow you to do that. Right, so mushrooms are being stored away. Right, so mushroom seeds 13, oak seeds, mushroom seeds, mushroom seeds. So 3, 6, so we've got 19 plus whatever's over here. So it's a good start. Definitely a good start. We've got 37, 40, which is great. Tina, what are you like for research? Tina, you are a 1. So couldn't really get much worse, to be honest. Chewinard's making the slate blocks. Juliet is doing the research. Tina, you are not doing much, are you? Tina. Right, okay. What we'll do, work-wise, Juliet isn't a... Okay, so we'll get some mining done, I think. So vein mine, and then we'll get that. That'll give us all of that steel just up there. I could also... What I'll do, once we get the steel... Tina, what are you doing? Right, okay. What I want, ideally... Who's our best crafter? Tina. Right, so Tina, you can have 8 for crafting, so you can continue doing the stone blocks. Juliet has got 8 for that. And then it'll be Chewinard who does the mining, won't it? I've just realised as well that we don't have anybody equipped with any wood yet, so nobody is armed with any kind of weapon. So we are getting in a little bit of steel. We do have some components there too, which is great. So that'll be a big help once we get the fridge or the freezer down. Definitely a big help. Right. So Tina's still producing those stone blocks. Chouinard, I suspect, yep, she's still mining away. Bringing us that steel in, which we have 94 right now. The research is coming along for the agriculture. But yeah, what we'll do, we'll put it around here. We do have, like I say, 40 mushroom seeds right now. I will forbid those just because we do have some mushrooms. Okay, so any bets on who is going to be up early or the earliest out of these three? So Chouinard did have a lay-in, but then she was up. Oh. Right, okay, so beavers. We've got alpha beavers and an escape pod. So I may just turn this room quickly into a hospital room, just if that person is really good. Right, so Tina thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? I did a little while ago when I was playing Ark. I put I brought up like a random tribe generator name, and it came up with which does fit in with the prehistoric setting. Broken Mammoths. And what we'll do for this bit here, we will call this little community a nice cool name, I think. A nice happy name. We'll call it Meadow Valley. Nice and happy, I think. Right, so escape pod. Who has crashed? Tildema? Character. Oh. Right, okay. Definitely won't be taking her. So incapable of violence and incapable of firefighting. Not only that, lazy pyromaniac. So probably couldn't be much worse. Tildema, you unfortunately will not be part of our colony. I will, however, come and strip you. Just because we quite would like to have that hyperweave beret. And we'll just leave you there, just for the Spinosaurus to eat or something like that. Right, so beavers are in, escape pod is in. We'll get rid of that news. We don't need that. Right, who is going to be up first? Chouinard, Juliet, or Tina? Juliet, well played. Nice to see you nice and ready for the working day. Where have you gone? Stripping Tildema. Right. She's bleeding out and she's making all kinds of horrible faces. Right. So, okay, that's fine. No worries. Right, Chouinard. You're hauling the standard issue overalls. Are they worth anything? They're only 83 out of thingy. No, they're not really worth much at all. I don't know why you're bothering. Right. So, more stone blocks. Is this worth anything? 365. So that's plus a 10% recruit prisoner chance. So that, actually, may be pretty decent. We've got anyone who's good at negotiating? Tina. Okay, let's have a look. She's also pretty. Gear, what have you got? A synthread baseball cap. Shooting accuracy and aiming time. Right. Okay, so Tina, what we'll do, we'll make you force weave the hyperweave, force wear the hyperweave beret. And then that way, there we go. That way. Recruit prisoners a little bit easier, I think. Which will be better for us in the long run. Okay, cool. Right, so, oh yeah, those are for guests, aren't they? Not for anybody else. That's fine, that's good. People are going to starve unless we, allow them to eat those meals. Right, Chewinard still slowly working our way through that the minefield of steel. As soon as we get that, the better. Alright, so 150 steel now, and Juliet is probably just over a third of the way through with the research for agriculture. Who was it who was our grower? It was Chewinard. So, I mean, how much steel have we got? 150. It's probably not enough. We probably need more. But we do need that agriculture research done. Who else? Let's have a look. Who else? Tina, you can grow too. So both of you, Chewinard and Tina, are able to grow mushrooms. Juliet. Now you need to learn growing. I'm pretty sure you get growing experience if you clear a space. Yeah. What we'll do though, we'll end the episode as soon as the guys go to bed. And then we'll start the next episode from the morning. So, right, yeah. As soon as Tina goes to bed then, I think she's going to bed now. Here she goes. Right, okay, so they're all in bed. Thank you very much, guys, for watching episode 1 of our Dinosauria modded Rimworld. Yeah, hopefully these guys can sort themselves out. We can get a nice little colony going. So, if you can, like the video, I'd appreciate it. If you can comment on the video, also would appreciate it. And if you can subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it even more. I do have a Discord, look in the links below the video for that. And we do also have a Twitter there as well. A Twitter? We've got a Twitter page. So if you want to follow me there too, you can do also. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching. Please join us for episode 2. And we'll catch up with you later. So, ciao for now.